My name is Allie Pittman, and I'm from the Clinch County FFA chapter. The title of my speech is My Hometown. Give me back my hometown, 'cause this is my hometown. These are the words of superstar singer and songwriter Eric Church. And though he is reminiscing about a former sweetheart, we both feel a strong connection to the hometowns from which we hail. Eric Church being from Granite Falls, North Carolina, and myself being from Homerville, Georgia. You see, Homerville is the county seat of Clinch County. Population? Just a frog's hair shy of 7,000. Nestled on the west entrance of the Okefenokee Swamp, my hometown was built on the backs of strong foresters who wrangled the mighty pine tree. Our pine-forested flatlands provide a thriving habitat for the hardy gallberry, a plant that provides a high-quality nectar that produces some of the sweetest honey you will ever taste. Generation after generation of families have worked in the bee yards in my county to fill the honey jars on tables across this country. Now, as you travel through my little one-lot hometown, you will see that another agricultural commodity has emerged. These acidic, swampy soils, formerly inhabited with pine trees, provide ideal growing conditions for the blueberry plant. The blueberry, considered a superfruit because of its high antioxidant levels, has become a cornerstone in the Clinch County economy. Now, let us ask the question, why blueberries? Well, blueberries are a happy ending to this very unfortunate story. The North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, was signed by President Bill Clinton and became a law in 1994. In short, this agreement allowed for North American countries to trade among themselves without tariffs, or free trade. This is a great thing. American producers can generate a product and sell it freely across the international borders of North America without penalty of taxes on their product. However, foreign producers in Canada and Mexico are granted the same privilege. And from the best I can tell, this law had an overall positive effect on the United States economy. Unfortunately, here in my hometown, NAFTA was a crippling policy that dramatically impacted the forestry industry. Canadian spruce, a cheaper alternative to my southern pine, quickly filled the shelves of hardware stores across the country. With the abundance of wood being imported from the northern border, the price of lumber began to drop. Again, this is a great thing for the average American consumer. Lower prices leads to more spending. Economics 101. On the other hand, foresters in my community began to experience a loss at an overwhelming rate with such long rotations between harvests, around 15 to 20 years. And now, a lower income at harvest, many landowners began to look for other ventures for their property. Enter the blueberry. The acidic soils of Clinch County have proven to be a fantastic medium for growing blueberry plants, whose ideal pH is 4.5 to 5.2. The production quickly grew. According to a USDA Census of Agriculture, Clinch County had over 4,000 acres of blueberries in production. My hometown has become one of the largest blueberry producers in the state of Georgia. Over that past couple of decades, agriculture has been thriving in our small community. However, trouble appears to be on the horizon. NAFTA has been renegotiated and replaced, signed by President Donald Trump, and set to go effect January of 2020. The U.S.-Canada-Mexico Agreement, or USMCA, seems to pose even a greater threat to agriculture in my community. Again, even though many experts believe that the agreement will overall have a positive effect on agriculture in the United States, Dr. Jeffrey Dorfman, a former professor at the University of Georgia and current Georgia State economist, believes that this agreement can nearly end some facets of fruit and vegetable production in rural Georgia. Several components will combine to cause this devastation. First, Georgia has enjoyed climatic advantage. That allows our blueberry crop to come to market before many of the northern states, Michigan and New Jersey for examples. However, with increased production, Mexico has been creeping into market earlier and earlier, thus reducing the price that Georgia growers receive at market. Secondly, Mexico government has steadily increased subsidy payments to berry and produce farmers, which allows them to sell their product at a much lower price than American farmers. Thirdly, Mexico's minimum wage laws require farmers to pay only about 1/10 of the price for labor as American producers. Again, this causes major discrepancy in the cost production at which the price point at which their products can be sold at market. The way I see it, Mexican farmers may be playing the same game, but they are not playing by the same rules. Research by Dr. Dorfman and his team at the University of Georgia have run an impact study using economic modeling software, and the results are terrifying. Their findings indicate that the Georgia blueberry industry could experience a production loss of 75% over the next 5 to 8 years. Catastrophic damage is a term that Dr. Dorfman uses in his report. Labor incomes would be reduced from the current average of $62.6 million to $15.7 million. That is an annual loss of $46.9 million, 40% of the total county income. According to Dr. Dorfman, this will have an economic impact at the same level as the Great Depression. This would destroy farms, banks, businesses, families. The list could go on. Total devastation. I am proud of my hometown. I will fight for my hometown. Give me back my hometown, because this is my hometown.